I'll do. How's it going? Rick T Outdoor Adventure and Billy as usual, and we're having a fantastic time in forest tonight. It's absolutely immaculate and it's really quiet. There's nobody in here. We're blazing trails. There's no trails anywhere this time of year. With the grass is so long and the vegetation, it's easy to tell if people have been about, and there's nobody been about in here. There's just us making fresh trails. We've been down by the lakes and what have you. We've had a cracking night. We've probably done about 6 or 7k, so not too bad. And but it's been fantastic. A great walk. And we're going to spend the night in the forest, but minimal kit tonight. So I'm carrying the Roycraft pack. So I'll show you my loadout in a bit, but it's minimal kit. But the point of the film is, I'm going to show you a new bit of kit. A new bit of kit to me. I've been given it by DD Hammocks to try. It's not a hammock, but it's for a trip coming up in Scotland. Normally, when the midges are out, and I've got Billy with me, well, even without Billy, if I'm kipping in a place where I can't string the hammock and I'm on the floor, I'll put my hammock on the floor. I've got an old hammock that you can pitch on the floor with the bug net over it, and I'll put my tarp over the top. But I'm limited for space with that. It's quite tight when it's pitched on the floor. Alright, for a couple of nights here and there, a few nights, well, you can live with it. You can definitely live with it. You can make it do. But I wanted a little bit more room. So DD Hammocks have sent me this bit of kit and we're going to try it out. It's going to be the first night in it tonight, so it's not a proper review. I'll do a proper review in about 6 months when I've used it all summer in all sorts of conditions and all sorts of yeah, when I've had it up Scotland where there's 1,000,001 ferocious Scottish midges every square inch. So I'll let you know how it gets on after it's been up there. But yeah, I'm going to give it a proper test. But tonight we're going to put it up and have a look at it. Like any location, do all the normal checks. I'm struggling to find anywhere within this forest that's relatively, like I was just saying, it's quite overgrown. Well, this spot is going to do, so all we're going to leave is a bit of flattened grass. See, normally I'd bang the tarp up first. Yeah, that's every time. Bang my tarp up first and I can work under it in case I get some inclement weather or anything else like that. But today I'm going to leave the tarp till second so we can see what we're doing. So in the pack, I've obviously got my bedding at the bottom here. I've got my main kit in here. This is that's half a lavoo. I'm going to use that for sleeping in tonight. That's going to be half of my sleep system. That's going to be a cover over the top of me. I've obviously got my wool blanket, and I've got little Billy as well. So between us, we'll be right. Right, so inside, DD tarp 3x3. Yep, could have gone with another one, but I'll stick with this one seeing as I'm using some more DD kit. Bit of bushcraft gear. Bit of water, got my filter in there as well, my gloves, my guy line, food there, bit of spare clothing, yeah, and that's also going to be my pillow for the night as well. Down here, this is what we're looking at today. It's the DD Pathfinder Mesh Tent. So this is going to be my defence against the midges in Scotland and also other places in England while we're out and about. So we've gone for olive green. Yep, it's quite big, So they reckon it's like a 2-man sort of thing. Yep, or plenty of space for 1 man and his dog, and your rucksack and all your kit. Ultra fine bug net, so includes pegs and guy lines. Yep, but when I opened this, it was missing the pegs. So we're talking about a down and dirty review here. I'm not going to miss anything out. Unfortunately, it was missing the pegs, which was a bit of a shame. But I've got plenty of pegs at home, so I've chucked some of them in anyway. So, but yep, and a hiking pole is required. But Bushcraft's wives, I will be making one at some stage. Yep, when I go out with it, I'll be making a pole to suit at some stage. For the moment, for today, I've got a pole with me. Right, so let's get it out of the bag. So it's a nice big stuff sack. Plenty of room inside it. Squash is quite flat. Only weighs about 500 and odd grams. So it's lighter than the DD tarp that I'll be putting up. It's lighter than the 3x3 DD tarp, but it should be because it's mesh. Right, so what's in it? Let's have a butchers. Right, so we've got the tent itself, which, like I say, weighs next to nothing. Now inside here you've got the pegs that I've put in, and then also you also get a spreader, which is what you use at the back for your feet. So, and all it is, it's like some, I've just put some bog standard tent pegs in. I don't know what sort of pegs would have come with it. But your spreader, that's all it is. But this is what's going to hold the back of the tent up. Yep, or the back of the mozzie net. And you get some guy lines. I've got all the guy lines with it. You get some guy lines, and you get a luminous guy line as well, in case you want to swap them out. You want to go stealthy, or you want to be able to see it in the dark. So I'll stick them in there for the minute. Right, let's have a look. I've stuck my ridge line up, so I know where to put this. I'm going to put it right underneath my ridge line. Peg points on each corner. Front ones are these big ones, like this. Back ones are little loops. Back ones are just little loops. So I'm going to go for the stealth. Midges are biting already. I'm going to go for the stealth colours, the black guy lines. So I'm just going to tie this one on with a simple ball line. On the back there. We've got that nice and nipped up there. Once we've tied that on, that simply goes up like that. Talking like that because I've got a peg in my mouth. That simply goes up like that. What I would do is I would put it on a sliver of bark or a stone or something like that, so it's not going to be pushed into the ground when it's under pressure. And then we'll just peg that down. So all that's doing is it's just opening this foot box up and giving you a little room at the back. You getting in shot, Billy? Eh? Oh, he's usually in shot all the time. He's not been in shot tonight, have you, pal? But yeah, so you're just opening that back there to give you a bit more room where your feet are. The next bit, I'm using a walking pole for this one, but you could definitely cut yourself some piece of hazel or something like that, which I'll be trying in the future, most definitely. Instead of because I don't want to be carrying a pole with me all the time, unless I'm in the mountains and walking. Yeah, it's probably not the sort of tent I'm going to use up in mountains, to be fair. That was not a bad guess, that. Yep. So simple as that. peg that out. First impressions wise, I think it looks pretty good. Pretty easy to put up, to be fair. Well, very easy to put up. Very easy. I mean, that only took me 10 minutes with fastening the guy lines on and everything. And first time looking at it, and it's gone up pretty straightforward. So I would think once you've done it a couple of times, you'll be smashing that up in no time. That's pretty bang on, that. I've got my tarp up as a bit of a lean-to configuration, because I like to be able to see out from under my tarp, especially when it's a night like this. And plenty of cover there if it does start raining, but it fits really nicely underneath that tarp. Self-standing as well. It's not fastened to the roof of the tarp, the ridge line or anything. It's just sitting there on its own. And that's pretty damn good and pretty spacious by the look of it. Yeah, plenty of room. I think this will do us for tonight. So first impressions, yeah, it's looking pretty good. Plenty of room inside it. So you've got your 3 zippers at the front, so you can open both doors. You've got pockets either side, so you can store your little bits and pieces that you want to get at quickly, like your head torch or whatever. Plenty of room. So I mean, obviously it's not massive because it's about keeping it down light, the weight, but there's plenty of room. So a lot of room where it counts at the front here. Enough room for me, all my kit, and Billy Dog as well. So yeah, looking good. I'm looking forward to spending night in it tonight. I mean, basically once you're in it, the mesh is fine enough, so it's going to stop all the midges and everything else, all the little critters, but it's still not too dark. You can still see about. It still feels like you're just sleeping under a tarp, which is what I like to do. So happy with that. Look forward to testing it tonight then. So I hope that quick little video about the new DD kit has been alright. And you've got something out of it if you're interested in getting one. So, but anyway, from me and Billy, he's having a kip down here. Anyway, it's been great to see you. So, from me and Billy, look after yourselves, and we'll catch you again real soon. Alright. See you later.